There's this thing that I've heard, I think it was Daniel Vitalis say years ago. It seems relevant, so I'm gonna bring it into the channel. Hi there, happy Labor Day, depending on where and when you're listening to this. And you know, if you're, oh, by the way, if you're curious about my Patreon, there's a link in the description down to my Patreon, so check that out. We have very affordable tiers. And sand all over my hands. Anyhow, I call it the Disney effect. Why is it that certain animals have this charismatic, like charisma type quality to them that other animals don't? Why is it that people are okay with trapping mice, smashing their necks and heads in mouse traps or even glue traps, but if anything happens to a chipmunk, their day is soiled? Or why is it that the idea of hunting dogs is like sacrilege to some people, but going out and shooting wolves isn't? Or why is it that you know, people have a special place in their hearts for house cats, but not bobcats? The idea of people hunting and eating feral cats, for example, is anathema to some people. How could you even think of that? Or like dolphins. Dolphins are another mammal, just like cows and pigs. We eat cows and pigs. But for some reason, the idea of a sustainable dolphin hunt just breaks people's brains for some reason. As a rewilder, I can see into indigenous history, well, like anybody else. What I mean is that I can kind of understand where these people are coming from with these unusual hunts. They're unusual to us, they're not unusual to them. For example, I saw a video on a reel on Instagram recently about these people who hunt, I think it was called pilot whales. They look like dolphins to me. But they've been hunting these dolphins for 800 years or so. For centuries they've been hunting these dolphins. And people were all up in arms in the comment section on this reel because it was crazy to them that people would hunt dolphins. I left a simple comment under there saying if it's a sustainable hunt, i.e. if the population is still strong, then have at it. You know, it's just an animal, like any other animal. You know, we fish for salmon, but not sharks, and we hunt certain mammals and not other ones. I don't understand why we have these artificial distinctions here. It seems like it's purely cultural. I love bringing up to people that there are whole like areas in Asia where you can just go into a meat market and buy a dog. No, I don't mean buy a pet dog. I mean buy a butchered dog to go home and grill, because other parts of the world don't see dogs the way that we see them. That's part of the reason why I want to hunt coyotes. Is I want an excuse to eat a dog, but because eating dogs in America is a federal crime, as it turns out, so I can't do that. But you can hunt coyotes, despite the fact that they are wild dogs that can interbreed with domestic dogs. That's a whole thing in itself. But yeah, the Disney effect doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe you can clear it up for me in the comment section. You know, have at it. You know, disagree with each other in the comment section if you like. From this point on, I think I'm probably going to be rambling, so I think you know what time it is. This episode of Mudwalkers has been brought to you by my generous supporters on Patreon. Shout out to Nature Him, Todd, Jacob, Jay Sweets, Edward, John S., Joseph, Charlie, Lionheart, Adam, Edward T., Nate, Cyan, John W., Clifton, Trev, None Here, Alan M., Marty, Hank, Austin, Martin, Incidental Star, Dorian, Naked AJ, Sup, Benjamin, and Careerbow. Thank you all so much for your support on Patreon. You guys are making all of this possible. You're keeping my work sustainable. I really don't think I would be able to make the kind of content that I'm making if it wasn't for your support. You guys are helping propel Mudwalkers forward in ways that would have been inconceivable to me like a year ago. So thank you, truly. You'll find the Patreon link in the description below. We have a $5 tier and a $10 tier. Both tiers get early access to all my content when I'm able to upload early, which is almost always. And the $10 tier also gets access to a monthly video call with me and the other $10 patrons. That's an opportunity for us to get together and share stories and swap ideas and just in general hang out. So it's, oh, there's a cloud. Nice. It's little things when you're out in nature, the little things that you find. But yeah, the $10 tier is pretty cool. I always look forward to the video calls. With that, I'm going to end the video here. I hope you have a great day. Be blessed. Ke'u no do'ai.